Okay, let's see how this works. Sorry if there's some noise behind me today. I have some work done on my house. So we've got, an old man once told me, my son has twice as many, or has as many sisters as he has brothers. Each of my daughters has twice as many brothers as sisters. Supposing he was telling the truth, how many sons and daughters did he have? It's my intention to do a little kind of targeted trial and error here. I think I'm going to start by guessing the number of sons he has. And then I'll do daughters. And notice that from the son's point of view, he would have as many brothers as there are other people here. And if that's going to be equal to the number of daughters, this must be one less than sons. And then the other thing we care about that I'm not taking into account as I do this is each daughter has twice as many brothers as sisters. So we'll look at brothers and then sisters to see if this is twice as many as that. So let's start with 1. Maybe he has 1 son. That would mean he has 0 daughters, and that would mean each daughter has 1 sister, or 1 brother and -1 sisters. Like, I don't think that's a good solution to this problem because it doesn't make a lot of sense. I will note, like, this does say son, so this would be the first thing I would check, but it doesn't really make sense to me, so I'm going to keep trying different numbers here. Let's suppose he had 2 sons. That would mean he has 1 daughter. And from the daughter's point of view, she would have 1 brother and 0 sisters. That's no good. If he had 3 sons, that would be 2 daughters. And from the daughter's point of view, there would be 3 brothers. Sorry, this was 2 and 0. 3 brothers and 1 sister, so that's not quite right. If we do 4 sons, that gives us 3 daughters, and each daughter would have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. That's twice as many as that. This must be the combination I was looking for. So if there are 4 sons and 3 daughters, each son has 3 sisters and 3 brothers, and each daughter has 4 brothers and 2 sisters. I'm sure some of you are going to go for writing an equation instead of this was like trial and error, or possibly listing potential solutions. But I'm sure some of you are going to go for an equation. If you wanted to do an equation, I'd maybe let S be sons and D be daughters. Then however many sons there are, that minus 1 gives you the number of daughters. And however many daughters there are, that minus 1 gives you half as many sons. Now you can use substitution to solve this maybe. So if I put D here, this is S minus 1 is 1/2 S. Flopping these around, this gives me 1/2 S is 2. Multiply both sides by 2. That gives me S is 4 sons. Substitute that back in here. 4 minus 1 equals 3, so 3 daughters. So you can write equations. These, I think, are the 2 easiest equations to write. But yeah, that's another way to do it. This is use algebra to model the problem. But I think trial and error is easier than doing this. I haven't flipped around the first time I did it what this equation should look like because in my head I had daughters and sons mixed up. So I like trial and error. I think it gets you there faster. But there's 2 ways to solve this zany problem.